Alrighty, here we go for homework. It's on page 505, and I'm doing number 1 with you. So I'm going to move it over here, and I'm just going to do 1 over there. Can you see all of number 1? Yes, you can. Awesome. Alright. Number 1 says, use this circle graph to answers part A through D. Yep. Alright. So 1A asks, what is the total number of hours shown in the graph? So we're just going to add up all of these hours. We have 9, 6, 1, 2, 3, 1, and 2. Just going to add all those up. Now I'm just going to do what I normally do. 9 plus 6 is 15. 2 plus 1 is 3. 3 plus 1 is 4. And that 2 just keeps going. Alright, 15 plus 3, 15, 16, 17, 18. 4 plus 2 is 6. And then add those ones up. 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23, 24. So, how many hours? 24 hours. And actually, I think I wrote out hours. 24 hours. Alright. Letter B says, what fraction of Franz's day was spent watching TV? So, if we look here, we have 1 hour out of how many total hours? 24. So 1/24 of the day. And C, if Franz's school day starts at 8:30 a.m., what time does it end? So school is 6 hours. We can start, let's see, 8:30 a.m. plus 6 hours. So 8:30, 9:30, 10:30, 11:30, 12:30, 1:30, 2:30. So it ends at 2:30 p.m. And let's see, letter D. Which 2 activities together take more than half of Franz's day? Which 2 activities together take more than half of Franz's day? So if we look at this, just picking 2 activities takes up more than half. Well, half of it would be kind of if we drew a line right there down the middle. So if we do school and sleeping, there's just a little bit left over for the rest of it. So we have school and sleeping, letter C. So D is letter C. And that is all of number 1. So we got all of our answers right here. Alrighty. The next one we are doing is number 5. And number 5 says, what fraction of this set is not shaded? And you know what? I'm just going to draw it. So here is our little thing. And it says what fraction is not shaded. So let's count to see how many we have all together first. We have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. So altogether we have 10 circles. That goes on the bottom. And it says how many are not shaded. So we're going to count all of these that are not shaded. We have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 that are not shaded. Oops. And B says what decimal of this set is shaded. So we have 1, 2, and 3 are shaded. So if it was a fraction, it would be, 3/10. But to write 3/10 as a fraction, we put our 3 in our tenths place value. And we always put a 0 first. So we have 0.3 or 3/10. And that is our answer for B. Alright, next one is number 9, which says, you are doing it with me on a piece of paper. Okay, Draw the capital letter E rotated 90 degrees clockwise. So clockwise means we're going this way, and 90 degrees means we are just turning it from that way to that way. So if we're going to just turn this E this way, whoop, it becomes that. So you guys need to be doing this on your paper. There's no number 9 on your assignment. I just want you to make sure that you know clockwise and 90 degrees. So I want you guys to practice this yourself. All right, number 18 is next. And those of you who are still struggling with dividing money, don't just make sure the first thing you do is put that $sign and that decimal up where it belongs. I'm not going to divide money today because I want to do just a regular division problem. So we have 6 and 3,795. 6 can't go into 3, but it can go into 37. So I'm going to do this to make sure my numbers are staying lined up. All right, so 6 goes into 37 6 times, because 6 times 6 is 36. Remember, this number on here at the bottom can't be bigger than this number. It has to be smaller. So 36 subtracted from 37, you get 1. Bring down that 9. 6 goes into 19 2 times, right? 3, 6, 9, 12, 15, 18. Sorry, 3 times. My bad. Because 6 times 3 is 18. And 18 subtracted from 19, you get 1. And bring down that 5. Now, 6 goes into 15 2 times, because 6 times 2 is 12. Now I subtract 2 from 5, we get 3. These ones cancel out. So we have 632, all right, down here, 632, remainder 3 as our answer. So I say, if this helps you to keep your numbers where they belong, try that. If it helps to write them a little bit bigger, try that. Do what you need to make it make sense for you. Alrighty. Number 20 is next. And number 20 is this lovely symbol, which is square root of 64 divided by the square root of 16. So what times itself equals 64? And again, you have to know your multiplication tables to know that 8 times 8 is 64. Or if you're watching Schoolhouse Rock, you can think of that figure 8 song that you all love so much. 8 times 8 is 64. There you go. And square root of 16, what times what equals 16? 4 times 4 equals 16. Now, it's still just division, so you might be used to seeing it like that. So 4 goes into 8 how many times? 2. Because 4 times 2 equals 8. So our answer then for number 20 is 2. Alright, I'm going to just give you some information for number 25. And I also like that it is Mulan because I was just watching Mulan yesterday. So she spun completely around twice on a skateboard. How many degrees did Mulan spin? So one full rotation is 360 degrees. She did 2 of those. So how are we going to figure out if she did 2? How are we going to figure out how much she did? This is what, 25. We're going to add. There you go. So you can finish that. 27, I'm also going to give you, was it 27? I wasn't going to do 27-ish. So go ahead, number 27, make sure you're drawing out these triangles. Go back to lesson 78 if you need a refresher on what those triangles are. Scalene, remember, no sides are equal. Isosceles, 2 sides are equal. Equilateral, all sides are equal. Equilateral, acute, all sides are equally small. So remember, let's see, because 3 of these see right, this is a right angle. So keep that in mind when you're drawing it out. And 26A. Actually, I want to do 26 with you guys. Sorry. 26, we have the letters T, N, V, and W. So which of these letters does not have a line of symmetry? So this T, we could just go right along down the middle and fold it in half. It would be the same. Same thing with this V. It's the same. And again, if I wrote symmetrically, which I don't, same. But this N, if we fold it in half, these spaces here don't line up. So fold it in half, it would not match up. So it is not symmetrical. And so that's A. B says which of these letters has rotational symmetry? So that one I'd like you guys to try on your own. I'd like you guys to, I'll do T with you. Oops, sorry, B. So T, just try and rotate these 90 degrees. So T, you rotate 90 degrees, it looks like that. Another 90 degrees, it looks like that. Another 90 degrees, it looks like that. So can't be that one because that is not symmetrical, does not have rotational symmetry. So go ahead and try it with the rest of those for letter B and see what you get. All right, uno más, one more. Number 28, which you are only going up to 28 because 29 and 30 have you explain and write things, and just don't worry about it for now. So how many different amounts of money could you make using any 2 of the 4 coins? So we have 1 penny, 1 nickel, sorry, this is number 28, 1 quarter, right, that's a nickel, yeah, and a 50-cent piece. So we can put those guys together, we get 6 cents. We could put those guys together, we get 30 cents. Could put those guys together, we get 75 cents. We could put 1 and 25, we get 26 cents. We could put 1 and 50, we get 51 cents. We could put 5 and 50, we get 55 cents. And other than that, we've made all of our pairs. So how many do we have? We have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So we can make 6 different amounts. And now I'm going to do a semicolon, which you can do on your, this is how you're going to type it out. And then I'm going to write it smallest to biggest. And because we don't have the cent symbol on our laptops, we're just going to write it like this. So in dollar form. Then we're going to do a comma. The next smallest one is 26 cents. Then the next smallest one is 30 cents. Next one, 51 cents. Next one, 55 cents. And the last one is 75 cents. So this is what your answer should look like. Please be following directions. Please write this out on your paper. I know it's tedious to write it out and then type it out, but that's just what we got to do to make sure we are getting it's going into our brain, because writing it out helps it go into our brain. Please let me know if you have any questions. I will be here until 3. Please ask questions if anything you're not understanding. If you need a little bit of a refresher on that lesson, look under that number. It tells you what lessons it's from. And well, again, let me know if you have any questions.